諦めない心君とならば頑張れる無駄なことはないよ上を向いて笑おう一度きりの時だ
から帰るぞ遅くなると誤解されっからな
ユージ
なんだ
私やっぱり何も間違っていなかった
Fumisugi Academy isn't a typical Japanese high school. This unique institution has implemented a new and innovative system to sort its students. At the end of their freshman year, students take a test that divides up the student body. The highest scorers are placed into A class, all the way down until F class, for the lowest of the low. Unfortunately for Akihisa Yoshi, his supposedly great intellect wasn't quite enough for such a test, and now he is stuck at the bottom of F class. Naturally, F class has the worst facilities. Not only rotten tatami mats and broken tables, but also outdated equipment and worn-out furniture. On the bright side, his friend Yuji Sakamoto is on the same class, and to everyone's surprise, the genius girl Mitsuki Himeji has also ended up in the same class due to an unforeseen fever on the day of the test.
花になりたいのですどんな時もずっと
Number 9.
あの時と同じ
Chiyo Sakura is a cheerful high school girl who has fallen head over heels for the oblivious Umetaru Nosaki. Much to Chiyo's confusion, when she confesses to her beloved Nosaki, he hands her an unfamiliar autograph. As it turns out, the stoic teenage boy is actually a respected shoujo mangaka, publishing under the pen name Sakiko Yumeno. A series of misunderstandings leads to Chiyo becoming one of Nosaki's manga assistants. Through the hilarious events that ensue, she befriends many of her quirky schoolmates, including her seemingly shameless fellow assistant Mikoto Mikoshiba and the prince of the school, Yu Kashima. Gekkan Shoujo Nosaki-kun follows Chiyo as she strives to help Nosaki with his manga and hopes that he will eventually notice her feelings.
Number 8.
1 day after school, Asahi Kuromine stumbles upon the truth that Yoko Shirogami, the girl that he has a crush on, is actually a vampire. According to her father's rules, Yoko must now quit school in order to keep her family safe. However, Asahi does not want her to go and promises that he will keep her true nature secret. Unfortunately, this turns out to be easier said than done, as Asahi is now a man who is easy to read and is unable to keep any secrets to himself, and this is only the beginning of his troubles. More supernatural beings enter his life, and he is forced to protect all of their identities or face the consequences. Jitsu wa Watashi wa follows Asahi as he deals with his new friends and the unique challenges they bring, struggles to keep his mouth shut, and desperately tries to win Yoko's heart in the process.
なりたいのですどんな時もずっと
Number 7.
今その入部届を渡してくれるなら私がみんなに口添えしてもいいんですけど
断る俺萌えとか興味ないから
The Kasama family, a gang of 3 wannabe delinquents and close friends, spearheaded by Kenji Kasama, is trying to make a name for themselves at Fujo High Academy. On the first day of the term, the gang finds themselves putting out a fire in the game development club. Instead of thanking them, the eccentric club members attack and knock out Kenji's 2 friends, forcing Kenji to fight for his life. Failing to escape, the gang leader is coerced into joining the game development club. As he settles in, Kenji gets to know the 4 girls responsible for his provisional membership: student council president and general tyrant Chitose Karasuyama, spirited tomboy Sakura Mizukami, negligent club advisor Minami Osawa and the school's infamous shadow leader Roka Shibasaki. Through the game development club's constant shenanigans and his desperate attempts to leave the club, Kenji begins to realize that he may actually be enjoying himself.
花になりたいのです。どんな時もずっと
Number 6.
アリス川さん。
Kimito Kagurasaki is a commoner with a fetish for men's muscles, or at least that's the lie he must keep telling if he wants to keep himself out of trouble at the elite all-girls school Seikan Academy. Kidnapped by the school under the assumption that he prefers men, Kimito is made to be their commoner sample, exposing the girls to both commoner and men so that the transition to the world after school is not jarring. Threatened with castration should his sexual preferences not match the school's assumptions, Kimito keeps up the facade to protect his manhood. But there are eccentric individuals around every corner who begin to make Kimito's life even more difficult. Kimito himself and 4 eccentric girls make up the Commoner Club, which attempts to teach the girls more about life outside the school, while Kimito gradually learns about the odd girls surrounding him.
花になりたいのです。どんな時もずっと
Number 5.
ヤマト。
The samurai are a very important part of Japan's history, and to be related to them in any way is probably one of the most inspiring things that a young high school student could hope for. Kawakami City is well known for having many samurai ancestors among its citizens, and is generally surrounded by an atmosphere of fighting spirit, loyalty, and dedication to work. In Majide Watashi ni Koishinasai, the students of Kawakami Academy use this knowledge on a daily basis, whether they are studying for exams, competing in sports competitions, or making sure they take very good care of their traditions. Yamato Naoe is one such student, and his 6 closest friends make up the perfect team for friendship, rivalry, and motivation. However, even samurai have weaknesses.
花になりたいのです。どんな時もずっと
Number 4.
Mitsuki Usami is a passionate member of her school's art club, but the club has a problem. Usami is the only member who takes her craft seriously. The lazy club president constantly sleeps through activities, and Colette hasn't regularly attended club activities in quite some time. Uchimaki Subaru, despite being an exceptional artist who could win an award if he tried, is obsessed with drawing the perfect 2D Y. Light-hearted and comedic in tone, Kono Bijutsubi ni wa Mondai ga aru follows Usami as she struggles to do art club-like activities, often obstructed by her motley crew of good-for-nothings and her distracting crush on Subaru.
花になりたいのです。どんな時もずっと
Number 3.
True love never dies, even when it is between a human and a near-immortal yokai. Thankfully, Fox Spirit Yokai have discovered a solution which allows a human to be reincarnated, and with the services of a Fox Spirit matchmaker, eventually recall memories of their past life, so they can begin anew with their beloved yokai. Enter Bai Yuechu, a powerful human Taoist who desires freedom from the ruling Yichi Dao League, and Tushan Susu, a small and innocent fox spirit who dreams of becoming a renowned matchmaker despite her reputation as a colossal screw-up. After Susu literally falls through the roof and into his life, Yuechu gets dragged into helping her bring together two separated lovers, Prince Fan Yunfei and his reincarnated lover Li Shueyang.
Number
場所の高さからすりゃアニメ化なんて通過点だ。
その通りだ。
ビールうまい。ビールとソーセージのコンビは最強だな。俺さ、一度ドイツとかベルギー。
Itsuki Hashima is a light novelist obsessed with the little sisters, strictly focusing on them when he writes his stories. Despite his personality, he is surrounded by a tight circle of friends. Nayuta Kani, a mysterious yet perverted novelist who is in love with him. Haruto Fuwa, a fellow male author whose work has seen considerable success. Miyako Shirakawa, a good friend that he met in college, and Chihiro, his perfect younger stepbrother who takes care of the housework and cooking. Together they play strange games, go on spontaneous journeys, crack silly jokes, and celebrate each other's success. However, each individual must also deal with their own issues, whether it is struggling to meet a deadline or coming to terms with traumatic events buried in their past.
Number 1.
神なんだ。ちょっとくらい声がいいとか歌がうまいくらいで軽々しく口にするな。それに声優になるからってなんだ。なるからってそれ決めんのお前じゃ。
Junichiro Kagami is a young published physicist, a genius, and a hopeless otaku. At the mercy of YD, a self-diagnosed illness which causes him to only be able to do what he yearns to do, Junichiro forgoes his scientific career to maintain and improve his anime blog. However, when he gets hired as a high school physics teacher, his sister Susune, no longer willing to tolerate his neat lifestyle, forces him to take the position. Despite the fact that Junichiro has no motivation to teach the standard curriculum, he may still have something of value to teach his students outside of academics. With his class in Tao, Junichiro embarks on an unlikely journey filled with life lessons such as acceptance of others, how to make lasting friends, and what it means to live a better life by doing what you yearn to do.